Hi, this is Chris, and welcome back to Mythogenesis Studios Comics. And today was new comic book day, so I got away at lunchtime and drove over to the shop, and I was kind of excited to get the new issue of Transformers #4 that came out today. I got a couple other books as well while I was there that I saw that came out just to try. So I'll give you a review of those two. And with the issue of Transformers, I was hoping that the wraparound cover that I saw that the artist posted on LinkedIn, as a matter of fact, would be available and not a high price variant. And it was there, and it was just a regular cover B. So that was pretty cool. So this is Transformers #4 that I picked up, and the wraparound cover that they did, which is a very cool image of Optimus Prime. So in this issue, Starscream is still up to his psychopathic ways. He's actually harassing humans and his own Decepticon kind in his book with Skywarp that Optimus Prime beat with his arm in the last issue. This issue is definitely worth the price of admission. I would say again, if you're not reading it, you should definitely go back and pick the series up. It's really good. The art is still, as someone else mentioned, kind of indie. I prefer like the Dreamwave Transformers that was done a while back, but sometimes the art I think fits, and other times, like people say, it's a little bit too indie. But the story moves along very well, very fast. Spike from last issue that's been shot at Prime is taking him to the hospital, but even in his truck form, he's still very damaged. Ratchet is actually trying to revive some of the Autobots even temporarily to help Optimus Prime because he is in a very weakened state. One of the scenes in the comic, Starscream is at the hospital and he's actually shooting into the hospital because he just wants to kill and destroy everybody. He doesn't have any care for humans. And as we see later in the book, he doesn't have any care for Decepticons. He doesn't have any plan, as is pointed out. He doesn't have any kind of goal that he's trying to reach other than destruction. And this is what Soundwave points out to him. One of the things in the book that I really liked was, that was kind of a surprise, is that Jazz showed up for a while and helped save the day. But the image of Optimus at the end of the book with Megatron's arm and cannon on his chassis is kind of a different look, and he's talking about going on the offensive. So we'll see what happens with that in the next issue, because I kind of can't wait to see Starscream get his comeuppance, whether Optimus gives it to him or Megatron is revived and he does it, because Starscream is just kind of a murdering maniac in this book, and he just kind of doesn't care. We get to see Optimus Prime perform a kind of heroic act at the hospital and help the humans that are there. So this is a good issue. I suggest it's definitely a #1 pickup for me, or the only pickup if you're not reading anything else. The second book that I picked up was Ultimate Spider-Man. I did get the Ultimate Thor, so I picked this up. So I assume it picks up from there. And this book was very wordy, and a lot of word balloons, a lot of text, a lot of talking, not a lot of action. I know it's the first issue and it's setting things up, but we don't see Spider-Man at all in this issue. I didn't mind the way that they draw Mary Jane and Peter as a younger couple, because this is a different kind of timeline and a lot of things are out of whack. Aunt May is dead, Uncle Ben is alive and working at the Daily Bugle. They have Peter has 2 kids with Mary Jane, and it's just a lot of playing with the lore of Spider-Man in this book, since as we saw in Ultimate Thor, a lot of things have been thrown out of whack, and the heroes' histories have been thrown out of whack. So I'll give it another issue and see how it goes. But just looking at the panels, a lot of the the line work is very thin, and a lot of the backgrounds and the characters to me just kind of line up on the same plane together. So they need, just for me, I think they need like the thicker lines around the characters and what's in the foreground versus the background. But I think this book probably could have been shorter and edited better than what it is. And lastly, I picked up Zorro, Man of the Dead by Sean Gordon Murphy. And I'm a big Zorro fan from when I watched as a little kid, like the old serials that came on TV. I like The Lone Ranger. I like Zorro. I wish there was a movie they were in together, like a modern movie, or I dare say a streaming show, but they would probably mess that up too. But it would be cool to have those two together, The Lone Ranger and Zorro. But anyway, this book starts out where you kind of think it's in the past, but it switches to modern day. Zorro's son is just performing for the town for a celebration of Zorro Day in the town. But the whole city's run by a drug lord, and he has everybody in the town working for him. There's guns and cars and all of that involved. He ends up killing Zorro's dad. His kids witness it, and as we go further in the story, his kids are grown up. His daughter is working for the drug lord as a driver. She's a lesbian because of course she is. It's modern day comic. And his son is presumed to be crazy because he pretends to be Zorro, and he's under the protection of his grandfather, who is also a stooge for the drug lord to try to keep the town safe. But of course his granddad is killed by the drug lord's henchmen, so it turns into this whole, you killed my father, dishonored my family, so I must have my revenge. So that's kind of where it's going and how it ends. So the artist Sean Gordon Murphy, so we know how his style is. That hasn't changed. So we'll just see where the story goes in the next issue. I'll probably definitely pick that up just to see about that. So, but yeah, Zorro, Man of the Dead. So that was my only 3 pickups for this week, which is kind of a lot. So yeah, so let me know what you think. If you picked up any of these issues, if you have a different mentality than I do on them. And lastly, if I can get to 500 subs, I will be giving away this slab of The Amazing Spider-Man number 42, first appearance of Mary Jane, in a 3.5. So if you wouldn't mind, subscribe to the channel, hit notifications, and yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.